Hey everybody, I'm hoping the thumbnail looks pretty good to you guys, but it's time to show you guys what part of this is about. Well, I'll go ahead and show you. One thing it's about is December. This is just going to be a little collaboration, or not a collaboration, it's going to be just a challenge for people in the community to jump in, hang out with each other, learn more about each other, and watch how people cook steak, London broil, or roast, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to try to cook this on, because I know everybody's been wondering about that. And the car's coming by, and I hope y'all don't catch all that booming and stuff. But I picked this up from Temu. This is a grill. I know that it's probably so hard to believe, but this is about to turn into a grill. I'm sure a lot of you already have had one of these before, especially if you guys are into camping and such. That's the section it came from. But it basically slides into place. And for me, this is going to be hard because I'm a put the square peg in a round hole kind of guy. But you know, when it goes in like so, and it is very small. It's not a huge grill. That's why I got some really thin steaks to cook on here. And people are probably already laughing at me like crazy. He can't even put a grill together. Yeah, I've almost got it, guys. We're gonna fight with it a little more, see if we can't get it. All right, there it goes. And it slides in and locks into place in the bottom down here. And your trusty little grill grate goes right on top. And yeah, I mean it's not a big, massive grill, you know, but it's got room for some good charcoal in there. You know, and the thing is, you don't really need a whole heck of a lot of charcoal for this little grill. I mean, you probably won't need 5 or 6 pieces of charcoal, and it'll probably last a good little while and get really hot. That's why I'm trying to cook a steak on here, because, you know, you want your steaks good and hot. You want that good sear on them. So I'm going to try to load this thing up with some coals, get them lit up, and I'll be back with y'all in just a minute when we slap them on there and see if we can get a good sizzle sound. Hey everybody. Back again. That's a weird camera angle, but I don't want to keep having to move the camera every few minutes. But I think we've got these things about hot. I actually used an older bag of match light I had, and it actually rolled itself open in the house. Sorry guys, coal's still getting to me. And I guess some of the lighter fluid evaporated, so I had to get some backup and try to get this thing started. It's still not all the way. Coals aren't all the way white like I want them, but burning daylight here, so we're going to try to get started. Go ahead and try to get this one on and see if it's hot enough. I may not have enough heat, but we're going to try. Oh, there was a little sizzle there. Not a lot, like I like, but there was a little sizzle there. Like I said, I'm not sure how long this is going to take. Never done this before, but you know, it's like an $11, you know, camping grill here. So, and I'm sure if I was out, you know, in the woods camping or whatever, and I had a fire built, it'd be perfect. Drop you some coals in there and get started. But I'm not really sure how much coals I should have had. I think I had a problem with the vents and stuff. I had some of the coals in front of them. I got about 8 pieces of charcoal in here. I should have put a little more. But it's pretty hot, and I'm hoping we're going to get the job done here with this. So, I heard a little crackle sizzle there. I think we're getting some heat in there now. And you'll probably see this cord swinging a lot today. Don't get hypnotized. I'm going to see if you guys can hear it. Oh yeah, I heard a little bit that time. This is actually the Angus steak from Walmart. It's a thin cut ribeye. I thought it might be a better choice for the thin cut. As much as I love a good, you know, thick, juicy steak, I thought this might be the best option because of the size of the grill. It's not very big, But hey, we're gonna work what we got and see what we can get going here. Just hoping we can get some good grill marks here. See what we can do here. Yeah, we're starting to cook. Like I said, this is probably going to take a few minutes on this one. So I'll probably just bring you guys back in a few when I get ready to flip this bad boy. Hey guys, sorry. I had to flip it because we were starting to catch fire there and getting a really quick sear on this bad boy. But you can see how I love that good caramelization that's on there. But one thing I would add is try to get you maybe a little non-stick cooking spray and spray this, because when I went to flip it, it actually stuck to the grate. And almost caused a minor catastrophe here. Now we're going to try to make another flip, try to get it cooked all the way through. Like I said, it's not a very thick steak. I'm not going to try to cook it all the way through. I kind of like it nice and medium. But I tell you what, it's getting a little char on there. It's getting a good sear, good sizzle. I normally don't flip my steaks this much, but I want to get that color right like I want it. I'm getting a little smoke here. Like I say, all in all, I think this would actually make a great little emergency grill. I mean, if you're, or not necessarily an emergency grill, but like, you know, if you're camping, you want to throw something on there, I mean, it would be really great. I mean, it might not necessarily be the perfect thing for a steak, but I'm sure you could get yourself a nice little pan for camping, and it's got plenty of heat, as you can tell. And I mean, you could boil water on it, you could scramble eggs, probably cook up some great breakfast sausage in a pan with it. I mean, I'm talking about flying kissed, y'all. Ain't very often y'all get to watch me cook this long. Well, I'm thinking, since this is my steak, I hope I hadn't overcooked it completely, but I mean, juice coming everywhere. Lay that out over there. Let me get y'all a little bit better close-up view. It's not one of my finest steaks ever, but it's pretty decent. Be nice if it was a big old 1.5-inch thick New York strip or a big old sirloin, but it will do. It'll fill up the empty spot. And I actually seasoned that one. Let me get this grate repositioned really quickly, see if I can get it back on. One thing about this, it is a decent little grill, but I think it warps so that it doesn't fit on there quite as good. But yeah, I mean, I should have brought paper towels, but work pants, it's okay. But yeah, that one, the first one I used, I found it at Walmart. I believe it's Two Brothers Chupacabra steak seasoning. It's got a bunch of like different herbs and stuff like that in it, ground up and all. And yeah, I used it on a beef roast a while back, and it actually turned out pretty great. So let's hope for the best for this. And I won't bore you to death with all this part, but I'll probably come back and get you bring you back when we start to take this up. Y'all, I can't even lie about it. I went inside to grab something else. I came out and had a raging inferno going on out here. Whew. That is 8 pieces of charcoal doing that right there, y'all. I would not have believed that 8 pieces of charcoal could get that hot. But yeah, be on the safe side. We are bringing this up. It should be done. It's got a lot more sear than mine did. But what I am going to do before I introduce something else is I'm going to make a little cut here. And the first one, oh man, it cut great. It actually got cooked through. I'm gonna see if I can bring this up and show it to you guys. Yeah, this one wasn't on there that long, and it's pretty much cooked through. There might be a little pink in there, and I like a lot of pink in there, but it might be a little overdone. I'm hoping that Gina's didn't get that way, but that is some great color. I didn't let it cook very long on that side. I'd rather have more color, but I tell you, for a steak, this thing is probably a little too hot once it gets to going. But yeah, I could end it there, but there's still a little bit of coals there. Picked up some of this, and I'm gonna see if it's gonna fit on there. It should cook this up, especially with all the juices coming out of these. And this is already fully cooked. It's just to be heated through. But we're gonna give her a shot and see. Maybe. It's not flaring up quite like the steak is. The coals may be done in already. It was just the flames coming up on them. I don't know if I'll get to cook them or not, but I did bring these out. I talked to Ginger about them during a live the other night. These little sausages here are some of the best I've ever had. These are the hickory smoked. And I'm telling you guys, even this little small pack is like $6 for this small pack, which everything's got crazy expensive. But this is well worth your money right here. They make these are small links, they make the bigger links. They're just as good. I use the bigger links when I make cabbage and sausage. And I gotta get a video out for you guys for that as well. But yeah, it's not doing quite as well with this because these coals have just about had it. But yeah, I can still feel some heat coming through there though. But that's it. Let me shut this thing off just for a second. I'm gonna step inside and I hope it don't happen the same way it happened earlier, because I stepped inside just for a second to grab this sausage. I was not in the house even a minute. I came out and there was just flames everywhere. But I said, I'm probably not using this for its intended purpose. And the pictures and all, it showed like kebabs and stuff being cooked on it. But I said, you know what? It like it'd be great for a little steak or something like that. And I decided, hey, let's give it a shot and see what happens. But like I said, it does get very hot. I think it's more or less meant for, like I said, just like throw your little frying pan on there and scramble up some eggs, boil some water, pan fry some stock sausage, or it would actually be great to pan fry steak on, because this is going to be a lot of trouble to clean. But for $10, if you get in a jam, your power goes out and you need a way to cook something, or you're out camping and you need something quick to set up and cook, this will get your job done. But like I said, I'm sure it'd probably be a whole lot better, because it's supposed to be for wood and for charcoal. And I think it'd probably be a lot better if you just get some coals right out of the fire at your campsite, drop in there, and then put your pan on there and start cooking. Like I said, I probably didn't use this for its intended purposes, but we're going to pressure check it and see what happens. Like I said, I'm going to see if I can let this thing get to rolling again, and be back with you guys in a little bit. It may be that the coals are burnt almost all the way out, and they're looking pretty small in there now. But I was hoping to get the sausage hot enough it'd start dripping and flare up again. But we'll be back in just a minute. Hey guys, came back again. Yeah, see, I put away a bunch of my junk and stuff, but I'll tell you what, the coals have just about gave up the ghost in here, but it was actually hotter than that earlier. But yeah, I think the coals have pretty much gave up the ghost, but since this is actually an already fully cooked sausage, you could probably go ahead and eat it anyway. But sadly, I hate to say it, I had to go finish him up in the old microwave. But like I say, all in all, the little grill kind of done the business. I mean, it got hot, it got really hot, and there's still a little bit of heat coming from it. But like I said, I'm sure I did not use it for intended purposes. I think, like I said before, I think it'd be a lot better to use it with a nice little pan, camping pan. Excuse me, and that way it's minor cleanup. You just dump the ashes out, wipe it off, and put it back in the pack, and it's pretty good, But like I said, this is like a pretty well constructed pouch for it. You go in, and it came with this, and it's on Temu. It was only like $10.90 something, I think it was. I mean, it's not bad for the price. And like I said, I probably didn't use it the way I should have, but the little bad boy got hot and it done some cooking. But let me get you guys whipped around here. I don't want you to see the rest of the unmown yard. But yeah, bring you out this way. Let's take a little peek at the old tree down here. That's the one that went down, y'all. I don't know how well y'all could see it, but it's got a pretty big root system on it over there. It actually came up, and the electric fence goes down by the road there, and it pulled it up and had to be fixed. But it's actually not a true like a double pine. It actually just has a fork on it, which you don't really see very often either. But yeah, as you can probably tell, the one right there beside it, and I've moved this camera all over the place. I'm telling what I showed you guys. But the one there beside it, it's just a matter of time before the next big storm catches it, and there's one more further down. I don't know if it'll make it through or not. But, you know, things happen on the farm, you know. That's part of the old farm life. But seriously, guys, the whole steer December deal, it's just gonna be for fun. Oh shoot, phone came out, phone down. It didn't want to tilt back right. But you know, like as far as the whole steer December deal, it's just gonna be for fun. It's a challenge. You know, after this point, if you want to challenge somebody, go right ahead. Just hashtag it steer December, and make a challenge. I hope this thing goes a long way, and it's I want to get a lot of people, as many people involved as we can. And like I said in my live the other night, the ladies are more than welcome to jump in and get involved as well. I would love to see that. I mean, I know everybody thinks, you know, oh, the guys always cook the steaks. No, the ladies can cook a steak too. You can too, but it's not just steaks. I mean, it can be London broil, beef pot roast, brisket and a smoker. You know, whatever you can do with brisket, whatever you enjoy doing, whatever you think you can do great, do it for this challenge. Just, I mean, get out and have fun with everything. Try to show us some stuff that we normally don't see. I mean, that's what, Dale brought that up. Let's open it up and maybe get some different cuts you never see. But I'm thinking, yeah, because that actually did a decent job on that little grill. And I believe it's called a plate grill because it's plates that attach together. I may be picking up a couple of those because they are inexpensive, but people might need one. And hopefully at the end of this, that's why we're going to run it from now until, or I'm going to run it from now until the first part of December. I'm not exactly sure. I was thinking maybe December 6th, possibly a giveaway. Like I said, give away 2 of those, maybe some shirts if I can get some made up. Just whatever comes along. Might just give you a smile, maybe a good joke that night. I don't know. But like I said, if you want to participate in it, jump right in. I would really appreciate it, and everybody else would, because we may learn a lot of new things here. And I thank y'all so much for watching this and watching me struggle so much with this thing. And I hope y'all have a great night, great weekend and all that. And I love each and every one of you. Thank you for watching.